Hello, we're back in ClassFlow. We're going to go to our resources. And again, remember I keep them modified by date that helps me know which one that I was last working on. And that was my counting arrays. And I'm going to choose Edit Lesson. So this is your Promethean Pulse with your education consultant, Allison. We have on this series, we have done the copy on drag, we have done the magic hat. And so today I just want to show you another awesome feature of ClassFlow. Remember, ClassFlow is the free Promethean lesson presentation and delivery software that allows you to work synchronously with your open class or asynchronously with your rostered classes, deliver real-time polls and assessments that allow you to get formative assessment to help drive your instruction. And did you hear me mention it was free? Awesome program. It is a game changer if you're in the remote or hybrid situation. If you have a Promethean panel in your classroom, you can use this on your panel. If your students are one-to-one, even if you don't have a Promethean panel, you have another device on your wall that is an interactive device that students use in your classroom, and other students or the hybrid students, the at-home students, are synchronous learning with you. ClassFlow is a great way to do this because they're able to interact as you send things out. And the students in your classroom, if they have devices, can interact as well. Kind of allows them to be part of the classroom. Also, when you're remote, allows the students to interact with the cards in real time if you send them as the polls. And in the one-to-one environment, if you are, or the face-to-face environment rather, if you're having to maintain social distancing and you relied a lot on groups in your classroom, a lot of your material can be transferred over into ClassFlow. You can assign those students to work in groups and still maintain that social distancing. I'm going to add on a card here. In the past, we've done how to add the backgrounds and such. I'm just using a white one here. And today we're going to look at one of my favorite features, and that is the widget features. And this allows, there's lots of cool widgets there that you can add into your lessons. So we're going to take a look at those. I am going to, again, like I did last time, I'll do that again. I'm going to go to my insert, which is my little file here under my green hamburger. I'm going to click insert. And instead of my resources, I'm going to choose ClassFlow Resource Pack. From there, I'm going to click on my lesson building, and then I'm going to click on widgets. You can add widgets through your toolbox, but then you get all of the widgets at once. So this makes it a lot easier. So if I'm going to do this, we have several things that we can add in here. And since I'm working in math, I'm going to add a random number generator. And I can choose my random numbers. I can even choose the random dice. I can also choose the random 2 digits and a random 3 digits. Here I am going to choose dice, and then I can insert those right in. And so it doesn't look like it does anything here, but when I go to my preview, I get a dice that when I click on it, it randomly rolls and gives me a dice. So that is one of my favorite widgets. And then let's go to, I'm going to add another card here. maybe. I'm going to add another card here. Now, one of the drawbacks of the widget is once you've added the widget to your card, it grays out your toolbar. So you need to make sure that if you're going to add a background question to that, you do that prior to adding your widget. So a lot of times what I will do is build a card, take a screen capture, and make it the background of my card so that I can use it that way, because you can see that I can duplicate that. And so then I can have 2 dice on it. And so I could roll my dice separately. And then I could have a multiplication problem for my students to do. Since I'm working with arrays, I could say, okay, make an array for that multiplication problem. But I'm not going to be able to add in text or anything. So if I wanted to have text on my card, you might want to do that ahead of time as a background on the card, because you're not going to be able to add anything after. So let's take another look at a widget. Again, thinking about those students where we can have the differentiated instruction. So let's say I want to add a random number generator with a custom range. And so I'm going to choose that one, 1 to 9. I'm going to choose to insert that, and then I'm going to change my range on that. And then you can see when I preview that, I can choose that. And that's how that one works. So then when I click on it, it's going to give me 1 to 8. Or I can have my range be 9, 1 to 9. And then when I click on my number, it gives me a different number each time. So then again, if I wanted to have them to have 2 numbers to work with, I'd go ahead and duplicate that and move that over. So I could go to my preview again. I could choose my range here when I go into my preview. And I could make that one 1 to 5 and make this one 1 to 9. So I'm going to give them a 1 and an 8. Or I'm going to give them a 2 and a 3. And so if I wanted to go in to deliver that, and I wanted to work on that slide, so again, I can come down here, I can find that slide, I can deliver it to my students as a creative poll and ask them to use the number generators and give me an array of what they come up with. I can also make those smaller on my page so that when I delivered that creative poll to them, it would be smaller for their number generators. Like that. And then I would want to anchor those. So again, they won't be moving them around or deleting them. I could do the same thing with the dice, make them smaller. And so today on the Promethean Pulse, I would challenge you to go into your, add a new card here so that I can show you again how I did that. I'm going to go to my insert. I am going to choose ClassFlow Resource Pack. I am going to choose Lesson Building Resources. And widgets. There are many widgets in here. You have spinners, random writing prompts, random word generators. So there's lots of widgets in there for you to play with. So my challenge to you on today's Promethean Pulse is to use Promethean Power to create a lesson that has some widgets in it for your students to interact with, whether it's just in your lesson delivery as you work with students, or whether you want to send it as a creative poll to get some of that formative assessment to help drive your instruction as we work in these times where many of us are in remote, some of us are in hybrid, some of us are face-to-face. So I hope that helps, and remember to reach out if you'd like more instruction. KSD teachers, remember you can join our KSD Promethean community on Teams, and you can always reach me via email. Have an amazing week. We're halfway over the hill and on our way down, and I hope you have enjoyed today's Promethean Pulse, and come back tomorrow for Think About It Thursday.